This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's roll. What's going on, kings and queens? I don't know. If you got a better saying, let me know. But I'm sticking with this one. All right. I'm really excited about this thing. It's been sitting around a while, and I'm like I say, when I unbox something, I want to actually share it with you. I don't do well. I kind of lie. I kind of took this one out earlier today and looked at it and put it back in the sleeve. But I tried to do that initial unboxing and learning about the device and all that here on air. Okay, so I was really on the fence a long time about this, and I'm thinking, do I really need it? I mean, it's a quality item, and especially, do I really need the RXII? Okay, I was really on the fence thinking, well, maybe if I just, the RXII has the monitor in the back, and it's like, I can still see what I'm looking at. I just want to shoot video. It's basically a non-conspicuous camera, inconspicuous camera I can bring in and document things, record vacations, stuff like that. Take it to the range, especially. Take it to the, I could take it on trips, whatever. I'm not lugging around a giant camera looking like the dork dad. So I'm like, not that any dork dads out there. I mean, tell you what, if it wasn't for dork dads, we wouldn't have all these nostalgical videos running around on YouTube, right? Okay, so those guys with the ugly cameras in the malls that give us all the old vintage footage that people make their mall soft videos out of. Okay, so shout out to dork dads. I'm just sorry, figure of speech, I slipped. All right, so the RXII was on Amazon $548, but I opted for the 2, and the 2 was $698, but I'll tell you why. Because that screen flips over, it flips out. So when I stick that thing on a giant stick, I can talk into the lens, and you're not gonna like see me talking with a corner of my eye. I know that I'm actually in the shot talking. Or I can actually flip that screen out and hold it in my palm and scan around the area and look down at the screen. I don't have to hold it like right in front of me. I can angle it at different angles. So I'm gonna dive into this thing, and we're gonna unbox it. We're gonna see what's in it. I'm gonna shoot through the instructions. We'll go out today and do some footage, and we're gonna see how this thing rolls. Okay, so right now I'm gonna show you what I bought with it. Here's the card I got with it. It takes a micro SD. So right now we're gonna see if this works. I'm gonna run the SanDisk Extreme 400 gigabyte. So there's the card I'm running on it. Okay, see the card? That's what we're going to run on it there. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there, back in the slot. And so I'm going to open this thing up and show you what's inside. Alright, so let's get at it, huh? Alright, so got your warranty, got your reference guides. I'm going to shoot through that manual before we get started with this, but right now we'll just open it up and see what the thing has to look at here. So if we'll start with the camera. This thing, as far as I can tell, this thing's actually aluminum. The casing on that's aluminum. I want you to see something here on the side too. You see that? Is it showing up? Come on, show up. Zeiss, German optics company, high quality optics. The lens in the front, Zeiss. So there's a little adapter piece to screw your tripod into. Let me show you that bit I was telling you about here. Check this out. See? That screen comes out. So like I say, I want to put this thing on my hands. I can hold it down like that and view it. If I want to angle it up like this, hold it down like that, I can view it. If I want to look at it head on, I can just close it back up. Or if I want to talk into the camera, I can make sure that I'm in the shot by setting that screen up that way. So you think the screen flips out or whatever, it's not. It's like on an arm, okay? And it comes out. All these guys always show the screen, or you see the screen like that in the ads. It's actually on an arm, so it folds like a kind of like a little lift. You see that? It pops out like that. and then you can bring it up that way, or you can just take it like that, low. You can angle it out. So that's how the screen works. Okay, so there's the camera. I'll set that right there. And then what else we got? I'm gonna keep the camera. I gotta keep the camera in the shot. That's what the video's about. So we got a battery. What kind of battery is that? It's a lithium-ion MPBJ1 700 milliamp hours. Is that it? 3.7 volts. Is that what that is? The battery lore is a little rusty. So I'll take that out there. So what else we got? Okay, we got the charging piece. Probably start off with charging, I imagine. Got a little USB cable. So plug that into that. Okay. Got a little lanyard. Where would that go? Okay, there's a little spot there for your lanyard. See that? Isn't that cool? You just carry that around a lanyard. And then what's that? Oh, there's a little bracket of some kind. That's cool. What is that? What is it? Does that fit somewhere? Where is that supposed to fit? Where's that supposed to fit? I don't know. Alright, well, I'll open this up here. Let's open the back of this up. I know how to open that at least. Open. So I guess there's where your SD card goes. I'm not sure what that is. And then you have, looks like multi and home. So you got two little adapters there. Okay, I see. So this must be, is this where you charge it then? I don't know. I'm going to read the instructions. That's where we'll find out. I'm wondering, is that a line in, or is that a charging port? I don't know if there's a line in on the mic. We'll close that up and we'll have a look at the side here. Oops, see that? See how that is right there? See that? There's a little indicator. I didn't stick that in the slot right away. So pull this out. Make sure that that yellow disappears into that slot. And then there's a little spot there that's yellow. Also shows, it indicates if it's open or closed. Not closed all the way. So what's on the side here? Open. Oh, open, you push it down, okay. Okay, so there's the battery and all that goodies on there, see? Alright, I'm going to go ahead, crack the manual. I imagine I'll start charging first. And I don't know what's the deal is. I'll have to read on that first. And then we'll get out and we'll shoot some video and see how this goes. I think this is I don't know, this might be a 1-inch sensor. I'll have to read the manual and find out for sure. I mean, the camera that I'm shooting on now, I was really on the fence about buying a full larger sensor, and it was like $300 more. But I'm thinking, you know, if this is actually a larger sensor, in theory, I may be able to actually get some good night shots out of it, where, you know, well-lit night areas, I might actually do pretty good. So anyways, I'm going to get cracking on this, and we'll, you know, we'll do some video, guys, back in a minute. Alright, guys, so before I get this thing set up, I was in the middle of looking at my video of the unboxing, just kind of looking at the rough portions or whatever, and I put two and two together. So this guy here goes right here inside of this thing. So there's like a little slot that blocks the memory card, and it goes into this spot here. Like that. So it kind of, I guess you can put cables and things in this, and it kind of likes a little shroud so nothing gets, you know, sideways bent or anything like that. I think that is what that is for. So I mean, I just kind of put two and two together, get more of a solid lock on this thing. It's kind of tricky to work around the little string thing that's holding on to this guy. So I guess I think that's what that's for then. I need to get the PDF and Find out what that red deal is for. I don't know if that's for a mic line in or if that's for power or what. I need to find out what that's for. But anyways, I'm going to get this thing set up. So at least I'm going to go through the startup menu. And I'm going to go ahead and see what we got inside this thing. So I guess I go ahead and there's the power button. So I hold that down, I guess. English. So I guess there's the red button. Do I push the red button for English? Okay. No card. It's a pretty cool little monitor, don't you think? Look at that. Look at that. Damn, son. Alright. Do I got... Okay, looks like I got a full battery. So no card. So I'm going to grab the card real quick. And I go to this side here. So I open that back up. Pull that card out. See the little yellow. I like that little yellow feature there because that tells me that that's under the thing there. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Preparing. Okay. Alrighty. So I guess we just go out and just film away. So look at that. See? I can put that in my hand like, oops, sorry guys. I can put that in my hand like that. I can what's this? Monitor has been reversed, switches, but okay, the monitor has been reversed. Switches between up and down button functions, switches between left button and right button functions. I say okay, so I just say okay. Cool. So we got HVAC HD, HVAC 4K. So I guess I'll go up to the 4K. That's what I want. File format. Okay, so I'm on 4K. Okay, see what that is. I got the HD. I hope I'm showing that on camera. Let me go back and do that again. So I go back up to here. So up to here, file format. Hit the play button. So there's the HD and the 4K, and I can scroll between those. So there's the 4K. I push that little play button, and I guess I'm on 4K now. Okay, so then I go back with the menu. There it is. So let's see if we see 4K. Well, I'm going to get out in the field and do a little bit of... let's go down. Okay, let me turn this off real quick. Set up language. Select. See, I go ahead and started power again. Now wants to set up again. All right. Yeah, set up in English. Okay, so set up date and time. So let's see. San Francisco, Tijuana. I'm on the West Coast. Date and time not set. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get my date and time. Okay, so it's April 19th. April. '21. 6:02. Oops. What? You gonna make me go all the way around and go PM? Okay, good. So enter. Daylight savings on. Okay. Enter. Editing, image editing. Okay, go here for applications. Okay. So I guess we're up and running now. Okay. So let me go back into settings here. So menu. File format. So AVC 4K, so that way I know we're running in 4K. So what's record setting? So 30p, 100 M. I have to learn what that is. So, but we're rocking 4K, so that's what I want. I want 4K, and we're gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna turn this thing off. Turn it back on, see where it goes here. There it is, it's already ready to go. Alright, so I'm going to get out in the field and do a little bit of shooting, guys. Wish me some luck. Kind of some dusk conditions, but shoots pretty good. Wait till I get to the water. It seems like it does a pretty good job picking up the water flow going along the river here. As you can see, the sun's going down. That camera that I have in my hand there, that's on a Caso Brave 6, and I have the clear shell on it. I'm going to do a water dunk test. And no, I'm not dunking this camera here. No, the one that you're watching me through, I'm not dunking this one. That's for sure. But this one here, I did a scene on. You can see that on my channel. But yeah, it does pretty good. I mean, water looks really clear and detailed, and it looks pretty nice so far. Just me getting some footage of the foliage down there. Once again, I'd like to reiterate dusk type conditions. Does pretty good though. The sensor does pretty good picking up all the light, I think. Here's a trail I got right here. It comes from behind the river. So I'm just walking this here, just trying to see how it picks up the foliage and the natural, dirt and surroundings. Kind of out here, low light conditions, but it's mainly there I am in the park. I'm trying to do a review on some sunglasses that I bought. But, once again, I like to reiterate low light conditions or dusk conditions. Now here is daytime conditions. I'm testing some radios that I had in a throat mic. It's loose by itself. Approximately 500 feet, one street over, with houses in the way between me and... Now in the second clip coming up, the camera actually cuts off because it overheats slightly. This camera does get a little bit warm, and this is a real hot day, and I had it sitting on my dash when I was doing this video. But, the light and everything, it picks up everything pretty nice, a lot of detail, a lot of sharpness. But it'll just cut off because when I get to the next street over, it was just too warm for it to handle. I like to try this camera more in the fall and the winter, see how it holds up, or go for a long filming session, see how this thing stays on, how long it stays on. Right here is right before it cuts off. But I'm parked under a shady tree. Doesn't look half bad. You can see all the fabric in my shirt. You can see the wood grain on the steering wheel. Ran into this a little bit. I put the plastic thing on here. I was trying to make a point to have the shroud on here. So I'd lock that in. And then I would take the microphone and I would put that into the jack back here. There's a red jack. You don't see that. It's a that portion there. Put the microphone in. And I tested it a few times, and walked around the park and tried to gauge on the difference of the microphone. And the microphones in this camera that come with the camera sound pretty good. They sound pretty good. But I tried some things where I would point it back toward me, speak into it, try to catch the ambient sounds around the area along the river that I was at. And yeah, pretty good. But mainly by the river, I used just the stock microphones that came with it. But it worked pretty good. It actually worked pretty good. The stock microphones are very nice for this camera. For the camera that, you know, for being stock microphones, they sound excellent. So here's some footage of me down at the park and just doing some experimenting with this guy. And it seemed to warm up a little bit in the hand. It did warm up a little bit, but it didn't actually go fail like the time when I was vlogging in the truck. So it actually did not fail, but didn't shut itself down. So I did find some temperature settings inside of here. There was one area where I went ahead and did the aspect ratio. Trying to find that again. I'm just learning this too, guys, so I'm not a filmography expert or nothing like that, but I'm learning this as I go along. But I was trying to find the aspect ratio to change it back to where it was, but oh well. I'm going to go ahead and I changed it over. And also on that second shot that I changed the aspect ratio over when I was walking along that trail to the river, that was after the aspect ratio was changed over, if the settings still stayed the same after I turned it back on. So I got some footage of me by the river, got some sound tests, and I'll just... Alright, before I get started with the footage and the sound and all that stuff, I tried plugging it into the computer, and it kind of got, well, just this message on the screen you'll see here, and it just kind of, I thought it would have some sort of onboard program that would present itself, and see, it just says USB mode, and I thought something was going to happen after I did this, and clicked OK, and that's just where I got to. I couldn't get anywhere. I couldn't get out of that. The next frame here coming up is going to show how I pulled the files out, you know, the movies out to be placed into the editor. It's just a little extra to kind of show you some of the things that I encountered while I was working with this camera. Okay, so I start with a private, then go to the M4 root, then go to the clip, and those ones with the blue icon next to them, those are all my actual files that I pull out of that out of the memory chip and into the folder for my project. A little bit of a learning curve. If I click on those other entries, it's some sort of code gibberish I don't understand. Maybe with it becoming an advanced user, I may get that down the road. But so far, a little bit of a learning curve, not what I'm used to, but I picked it up relatively quickly, and I was able to incorporate video into my projects and movies. Decided to take a nice view of the park, see what the see how the foliage looks, see how the background looks, just see how that light coming in reacts with the camera. Giving it a go here. Under the oak trees over here, just showing what it looks like in a little more of a shaded area, but full, daytime brightness. Kind of out here in the open, in the sun, mainly to try a sound test. This is the stock microphones that come on the camera itself. Just kind of wanted to see what you think about how it sounds out here with just the stock microphones on. I'm about to put the line in, and we'll see how that sounds. Okay, so now I have the microphone line in with the Movo VXR10 line in. I have it attached to the cord here. I don't have a bracket on it, so I'm just going ahead and hit it, or point it in the direction in which I'm talking, see if you can hear the difference in the way I talk and how it picks up sound. went ahead and read the online manual and checked a little more about the camera. A lot of interesting features, and I think I'm going to be pretty happy with it. I'm trying to decide if I could feel it warming up in my hand or not. Of course, I'm out in the sun a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and walk a little bit forward. Here it is. Here's how it looks and sounds in more shaded conditions. So here's how it looks and sounds in more shaded conditions. So see how that we're going to see how that differs in the regular stock sounding microphones. Only thing I don't like so far is after a certain amount of time the display on the screen goes out. I'm going to go into the settings and try to figure out a way to remedy that right now, because I don't know where my shot's at. So it just doesn't, it'll play for a while on the screen and then the screen will just go blank. I don't like how that's set up right now. I'm going to try to reset that. So I went ahead and increased the aspect ratio on this and see how this does. Walking along an area here up to the river. This might be a little ways of a walk here, but I just decided to kind of walk with the camera, see how it looks while I'm walking, see how the ground looks, see how the lighting looks. So I just decided to kind of walk from there to the river to give you a good idea of what everything looks like as I walk. This is after I changed aspect ratios, so I don't know if it's affecting the picture or not. I have to go in and try to find out how to change it back to the stock setting where it was before I started this. So once again, unlike last time, full brightness, full daytime, but now I'm entering a shaded area, so I just kind of wanted to give a good idea of how that shaded area interacts, how it changes things. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and line in the microphone and just gonna see the difference in ambient sounds it picks up. Okay, the Movo VXR10. Okay, be right back. Okay, so the microphone pointed toward me now. I'm just going to go pan around and see if we can hear any ambient sounds, see how that changes. Alright guys, so what do you think? I'm liking it so far. I am still not putting this thing in the water. Okay, I will not put this in the water. I'm not doing that. But so far, I really am enjoying the footage that it's producing and the results that I'm getting. And yeah, I'm not regretting that I bought this. It's been pretty good. So, all right. Well, don't let anybody hate on your little camera. Don't worry about the haters. Just let the haters worry about you. All right. See you on the next one, guys.